Hey guys, this is Sick Man, and this is my very first commentary on Call of Duty 2. This was the first Call of Duty on Xbox, and today I felt like kind of going old school. I played some COD 2, I played some COD 3, and had a lot of fun in doing so. And surprisingly, didn't come across any real hacking or hacked lobby problems. Everything was pretty clean when I was playing today, so I think you might see some more of this. Now, be forewarned, this is a long game. I'm going to get into it. If I have some periods where I kind of am trying to think of what to say, please forgive me if there's some silent points during this commentary, but I think this is like a 15-minute game, so talking for 15 minutes isn't something I'm normally accustomed to. So anyway, start off with a little bit of my history in Call of Duty. I played Call of Duty 1 on the PC. So that was my first introduction to Call of Duty, was playing it on whatever shitty-ass computer I had during high school. Or was it in high school or in college? I was probably in college at the time. But played COD 1. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was a cool game. At least I don't remember. When I played COD 1, I played strictly like the campaign. I'm not even sure if there was multiplayer in COD 1. I don't think there was, but there could have been. So I am really not sure. Look at this guy jumping. Oh, fucking jumping around. So anyway, yeah, played Call of Duty 1 on PC, and then when I got I had a regular Xbox, but back then I mostly played ESPN 2K games. I loved playing 2K football, and I loved playing the NBA 2K games. Those were my games on Xbox. I never really played Halo. Never got into it, just because during college my first exposure to like a first-person shooter, like a lot of people, was GoldenEye on the N64, which I still believe is probably the best shooter ever made. That game was incredible. At one point, I felt like me and some of my boys in college were, some of the best players in the world. I mean, we just played so much, and there were certain guys. There was like 2 or 3 of us that were, pretty amazing at that game. And it was really fun. And I know I used to check like the world records on like the facility run times and everything like that. And I never was able to break those records, but I remember being like maybe within a second of them. So I was very, very adept at playing GoldenEye on the N64. So anyway, didn't play shooters for a few years. Played some sports games. And then when I got an Xbox 360, I started playing Perfect Dark Zero, because that was kind of, Rare made that game. Rare made 64 for those, or GoldenEye 64 for those of you that aren't aware. So I was really super excited to have Perfect Dark Zero. So when 360 launched, I got that game and played the shit out of that game. Still think it was probably a little underrated. A lot of people love to hate on it because it was kind of cartoony. The graphics weren't the best, but it was a fun game, man. I played that a lot. Then I got and I had Call of Duty 2 as well, and I would get on here and play from time to time. But I was predominantly playing Perfect Dark Zero. Then when I got Call of Duty 3, that was it. That was like the end of Perfect Dark, and the beginning of kind of my love affair with the Call of Duty series was Call of Duty 3. And at the time, I knew that Infinity Ward. Even back then, it was like Infinity Ward is the better Call of Duty maker. This Treyarch game is kind of trash. And I realized today, I never really realized it until I played this COD 2 today, why COD 3 was better, and it's this, or why I liked it more, and why I was like, holy fuck, I fell in love with Call of Duty with COD 3, was because of the sprint. Playing Call of Duty 2 today, I mean, this was pretty fun, but it was very slow paced. There's no sprint option in this. At least that I know of. I mean, God, if I'm missing that, I'm gonna feel like a real dumbass, and someone can tell me. But yeah, I think Call of Duty 3 was where the sprint was introduced, and just that pacing of being able to move around the map quicker. That was it. I mean, it made everything else feel so slow to me, and so it was so far ahead of everything else that all I was gonna play, at that point was Call of Duty 3. And since then, that's really the only shooters that I've played is Call of Duty. Now, another thing I noticed in this game, in playing COD 2 today, as I check my score, my shitty score. Hope you all give me some slack here. I mean, this is like the first game I played. I just got on and started recording, and I haven't played this game probably since 2006. So a little slack could hopefully be cut, but I ended up doing all right in this game. I ended up getting on little streaks and playing pretty well. But yeah, one of the things I noticed in playing this today was the footstep noise. And, it's such a... Oh my god, that guy got murdered. It's such a big thing with Infinity Ward games, being able to hear people come and hear their footsteps. And I never realized back then, I didn't have a headset back then, and none of my friends played with headsets back when this game was out. We all just played through, the TV or maybe through your stereo. But playing this with a headset today, holy shit. I mean, you can hear footsteps from halfway across the map. It was crazy. So that slowed the game down even more for me, because I'm like thinking, oh shit, they hear me coming from a mile away, because I know I hear them. So I had to kind of crouch and just walk around this map, crouch pretty much the whole time. Just to like... take care of my analness of being heard. I can't stand being heard in Call of Duty. Yeah, but that is certainly something that Infinity Ward has carried over throughout all of the Call of Duty games that they've made. How did that guy not die? Is that Infinity Ward hit detection? What just happened? What just happened? Oh my god. No way. I think I stopped shooting because I just assumed, I figured no one can take that many bullets and live. So I think I stopped shooting, and the guy somehow survived and killed me. I think at that point I was like, I wonder if he's modding. I wonder if he's cheating. Is he cheating? Is this a hack lobby? That guy died. Oh. Got a guy up top. They got me. Yeah, how about, look at that, back then they called this Deathmatch. It wasn't even called Free-for-All. That's kind of interesting. Look at this guy. Oh boy. There's some shitty shooting. Yeah, I think early on I was probably talking over it the whole time, but I was messing around with settings, just trying to figure out what sensitivity do I need to use here. What guns do I want to use? I remember back in the day when I would play this, I wasn't playing it a lot because like I said, I was playing Perfect Dark Zero during when this game was out, or during this game's kind of heyday, I guess. But excuse me. But yeah, I do remember when I would come on, I tended to snipe a lot, because sniper rifles are really good in this. It's like, it's a one-shot kill if you hit him in the upper torso, and the sniper rifles are really fun to use. I saw that guy there. Watch this. I just used this box and fake him out. There we go. I was thinking about chasing him, and I said, you know what, I think he's going to come back, because he heard me, or he knew someone was around the area where I was at, so I figured he was looking for me, and I'd just pop out and get him. So that worked out pretty good. Alright, so now I'm like, alright, I'm starting to come back here a little bit. I don't end up winning this game. I think I come in second. But I ended up with, I think, My KDR was above 2, so I felt like I did pretty good for my first game on here since 2006. Now, one of the things that I was also playing Call of Duty 3 today, and one of the things I noticed, you know, playing COD 2 and COD 3, was that, you know, you get a lot of kind of revisionist history with these games, but you can see, man, I've been talking for a while here. This game is pretty slow paced, and for as much bitching as, you know, a lot of us do about the Killstreaks and how they kind of maybe created a camping atmosphere, they do speed up the game. And, you know, if this is how free-for-alls were in this, and I can't say I have too much of a history with this game to be able to completely say, you know, but I'm just going by from what I played today, and I played a couple others after this, that and the kill streaks definitely help speed up Call of Duty. And it's probably why COD 4 is still the best Call of Duty ever. It had it right. It had it right, completely right. Did the kill streaks right. It didn't make them too crazy. Very simple. Watch this. I don't know how I blow this. I heard the guy. Yeah, I guess he just quickscoped me. I thought I played that right there. But my God, can you hear people coming in this game? You can hear them from a mile away, dude. If you got a pair of headphones and you're playing this, you have an extreme advantage over someone who doesn't. I'll tell you that much. I found that it was more so, I thought it was more noticeable in this. You know, the loudness of footsteps in this compared to any Infinity Ward game that came after, and certainly any Treyarch game. I mean, Treyarch games you can't really hear footsteps. It doesn't come into play as much, in my opinion. So I felt like in this, I was like, wow, I can't believe this. It's almost like they're as loud as having like SitRep Pro on, you know, from Modern Warfare 3. So we got a couple minutes left here in this game. I'm gonna pick up this. See, I look at this. I'm like, what did I just pick up? I don't really remember any of these guns. I did notice. I think this is an MP40 that I'm using, which would make its return in a few Treyarch games, as we all know. But never in another Infinity Ward game. This was their last venture into the World War II era. I'll tell you what, I would love to see one of the companies, and maybe they, you know, one of these new companies that they're bringing on board. You know, Call of Duty is such a fucking beast as far as sales now that maybe they could bring back, or, you know, I'd like to see someone do a World War I or World War II game again, because it's just fun to be able to use these old guns. I mean, how many times can you use, you know, the guns in Black Ops and Modern Warfare 3 a lot of them are the same. You know, granted, Modern Warfare 3 didn't have the FAMAS, or the FAMAS, but it was in Modern Warfare 2, it was in Black Ops, so, you know, the M16, the same. So you end up getting a lot of the same guns when you're dealing with games from the same era. And it'd be cool if, you know, maybe they could switch back and forth, and these companies one could do a game from an older era, one's doing the more modern stuff, so you're kind of getting that nice dichotomy where you can use all these different guns. I just think that's something they gotta look into, because otherwise, you know, people are gonna get sick of using the same shit, and you're starting to see it. People are kind of getting tired of Call of Duty. That was a headshot right there. Ouch. People are kind of getting tired of Call of Duty, and maybe that's one of the reasons. You know, I can't really put my finger on it. The whole time, there was a guy up there, and I could never figure out how to get up here. I don't remember these maps. So I kept trying to figure out. That's why I was in this room for the most part. I couldn't figure out how the hell to get up there. Oh, with terrible shooting there by me. But yeah, man, I think people could be getting bored of the games just because of the similarities in them. And you bring back some of this, some World War II game, and you might have something. There we go, 21-10. Came in second place. just by one kill. Hope you guys like this. Maybe I'll do some more COD 2. Peace.